Was good, y'all? Rich Sosa back in a building with another banger. Now, first things first, before we go ahead and get started, I gotta go ahead and say thank God for another day and another opportunity. And as y'all can see from the looks of the title and the screen, today I got a very special build in store for y'all. Now, I'm going to be calling this one the post-scoring perimeter defender, but it does come out to a two-way inside-out threat. Now, this is one of the best point guard builds that you can make, and you'll also be able to reach a 99 plus put towards your driving layup, post control, ball handle, perimeter defense, steal, and stamina. Now, you'll get a total of 46 badges, 10 of those being Hall of Fame, and my favorites were Interceptor, Float Game, and 94 feet. We'll get 12 gold, 26 silver, with a total of 12 bronze. Now, this is really one of the most unique and rare builds as far as for attributes, and getting into the ball handling, this is another strong suit for today's build. Now, shooting with a low 3-point rating will be very rewarding on this build. And then for the defense, I think the perimeter is perfect, and the interior is really, in my opinion, the funnest part of today's build. So look, before we get any further, if it's your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new, smash that like button, turn on post notifications to be a part of the Rich family, and last but definitely not least, comment down TG for Thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from, and I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. So the first thing that you want to do is put this build under the point guard position. Let's go with the height of 6'8" today with the weight of 185. Now, getting into the wingspan, let's max this out to 7'6", and that's really going to allow you to get a lot of upgrades on the defensive end for badges. So the first area that I think is going to be best to get after is going to be the speed. Let's go ahead and put this up to an 81. Moving into the acceleration, I like this best at a 73. Now, as we go ahead and get into the strength, I'm going to go with a 65. 51 for our vertical with a 99 stamina. Now, I really want everybody to remember you get a +4 put towards your physicals from the Gatorade facility workouts. You're going to have an 85 speed, 77 acceleration, 69 strength, 55 vertical with, of course, a 99 stamina. Let me know your thoughts and opinions so far down below. As far as when it comes to the rest of this build, let's get started with the defensive end. So once you get into the actual interior defense, let's put this up to a 65. Moving into the perimeter, I'm going to go with a 93. And then as for the steal, I like this best at a 95. Now for this build overall, very strong when it comes to this end of the floor. Moving into the block, I'm going to go with a 77. And then as for the offensive and defensive rebound, put this defensive up to an 83 with a 38 offensive. Now, as you can see with these badges, we'll be able to acquire silver rebound chaser. On top of that, you get bronze anchor. For the steal, I am very happy with gold glove and right stick ripper, but then to top everything off, we'll also be able to get Hall of Fame interceptor. For the perimeter defense, we get gold clamps and ankle braces, challenger with pick dodger and workhorse. 94 feet has definitely got to be one of the best badges, pairing this up with silver fast feet. Now, I think overall, we're off to a pretty good start for today's build, especially considering what we're going to be able to do and exploit on the defensive end. So from here, let's go ahead and take it a step further. As for when it comes to the pass accuracy, I like this best at a 77. Moving into the ball handle, I'm going to go with an 85. And then as for when it comes to our speed with ball, I like this best at a 75. Now, as you can see with these badges, you get silver blow-by, hyperdrive, speed booster with triple strike. As far as for the ball handle, ones that I like are silver unpluckable, gold ankle breaker, handles for days, physical handles with killer combos. I think for the pass accuracy, this is also going to set the build up pretty nicely moving forward. Badges that I have my eye on are going to be break starter. You'll also be able to get relay passer and special delivery. Really let me know your thoughts and opinions down below, especially once you consider buying boosts and activating your takeover Also acquiring gear that gives you boosts, and the additional boost that we get from playing well throughout each game, that's at least a plus 10 to 15 towards some of these areas for your build. So let's get started with the shooting. As for when it comes to the mid-range shot, I like this best at a 70. Getting into the three-pointer, let's put this to a 78. And then as for when it comes to the free throw, I like this with a 74. Now the badge that I like right here, of course, most builds I do like to go ahead and acquire free points at least on the bronze tier. Now also, we'll be able to get blinders, catch and shoot, Deadeye with Agent 3. Now you'll also be able to get corner specialist, space creator, and even open looks with other badges when it comes down to the mid-range like midi magician. I think overall, this build really sets you up perfect to take it into any game mode. Now I'm really excited about the finishing end because that's what makes this build very unique. So overall, when it comes to badges, you can really change anything when it comes to these attributes if you want to go the extra route to get some higher badges in different levels or tiers. As far as for the physicals themselves, do not change anything. That's very crucial. Now look, once we go ahead and wrap everything up for the finishing, you're going to see just how overpowered today's build can be. So as for the close shot, let's go with a 68. Moving into the driving layup, I'm going to go with an 88. And then finally, when it comes to the final attribute today, the post control, let's put this to a 92. Now as you can see, starting up from the top down, some of the badges that I do like for this area, we'll get gold fearless finisher. I think bronze masher is more than enough. You'll also be able to get other badges like Pro Touch on Hall of Fame. Silver Dream Shake, I'm telling y'all, this has become my favorite badge this year because of the fact of how frequent you are able to break ankles out of it. Now you'll also be able to get other badges like Giant Slayer on Hall of Fame. Hook Specialist, Post Fade Phenom definitely makes a huge difference and gives you a boost towards shooting. Now look, for the driving layup, we're going to get badges like Gold Fearless Finisher. Acrobat, I think this is another special badge. From there, you do get Bunny with Hall of Fame Pro Touch, Scooper, Float Game, Giant Slayer, Spin Cycle, and Two Step. I think this is a very unique build considering all of the badges that we do get today makes it a one of a kind. Now to wrap everything up on the post scoring end, one badge that I really do like is going to be Post Spin Technician on Hall of Fame. You also do get other badges like Gold Drop Stepper. Unpluckable is really going to help this build out on the interior. Now from here, let's go ahead and move forward to make sure that everybody made today's build correctly. We should have gotten these 3 different comparisons, and as y'all can see, we have created none other than the defensive bully build in NBA 2K24 on next gen. Now if you add up everything when I did mention previously the boost, you'll be able to see the true and full potential of what we can do today with this build. Now before we get out of here, I just want to say thank you God for another day and another opportunity. Thank y'all for the support, man. God bless you. And if it was your first time coming through, be sure to hit that sub button if you're new. Smash that like button. Turn on post notifications to be a part of the rich family. And last but definitely not least, comment down TG for thank God King Jesus and where you're tuning in from. And I most definitely will be sure to get back to y'all with a response. And with all that being said though, I got one last thing to say. Rich out.